everybody, it's Dr. Laura Pence here with Understanding Your Greatest Self. So we're going to jump right in because we're talking about the roles you play in relationships. Now, usually we like to fall into the same or similar roles in relationships across the board, right? So if you're somebody, for example, that likes to play devil's advocate, you're probably going to play that role in multiple relationships through like your relationship scan here. I don't know what that word is, but whatever. You're going to be devil's advocate maybe with somebody at work. You might be devil's advocate with your spouse. You might be devil's advocate with a friend, right? So oftentimes we fall into a particular role in relationships. Now, here's the important thing. Sometimes it's not really a big deal, right? Because it's just maybe a little bit of who we are. It's our characteristics. It's our personality. They just come out in the relationships. But other times we can fall into roles that actually don't serve us. And we can find ourselves engaging in ways that we would prefer not to, right? So this is just going to be really a simple exercise this week. I want you to think about what role do you play in certain relationships, okay? So let me talk a little bit about what that could look like. You could be the caretaker, okay? So what's the caretaker? Well, it's pretty simple. You take care of people, right? So you find that with your friends and with your partner and in your family system, you are often the person that people go to take care of things, okay? So that might be the caretaker role. You could be the adventurer, right? Where you're the one that's always coming up with new ideas of what to do in different relationships. This could play out at work when people come to you because they need a new, idea of a project. This could happen at home when your kids are constantly coming up to you and saying, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And your spouse is relying on you to develop an idea. So that could be the adventurer role. You could also be what's called the controller, right? So you could be the one in the relationship that maybe likes to demonstrate a bit of a power differential and have control over people in that relationship, right? So your exercise of the week is to identify what role do you normally play in relationships. Now, here's the key follow-up question. How is it serving you? Okay, so is this role somehow, is it serving your ego? Is it building up your self-confidence? Is it allowing you to shrink away from maybe a different role that actually could serve you better but is super scary? Okay, so I want you to think about that question. How is it serving you? So, and I'll give you a quick example. For example, if you've identified that you are the caretaker, maybe the way that it serves you is then you feel like you are good at something, right? Because let's say you are good at caretaking. But if you're doing that across the board and only getting feedback that that's sort of what you're useful for, maybe not verbally, but through indirect messages, then you may be hesitant to step into other roles because you might be afraid that you won't be good at those, okay? So, again, key question of the week, identify what role you normally play in relationships, and follow-up question, ask yourself, how is it serving you, okay? So, make sure you join us in our next episode where we're going to talk about how to have honest conversations in relationships, which, yes, actually does require an entire episode because people are not very good at it, okay? All right, so hit the subscribe button, press like, come back, share with your friends, engage, comment below. I'm super grateful you're here. Join me next time. Take care.